Hi everybody! Today I'll be showing you two ways of painting scales to your lures. Lures like this one that is more or less straightforward, and lures like this one that is complex shaped and a little more difficult to paint. I think that most people that have tried painting their own lures and applying scales to them have used the method at one point where they take some mesh and stretch it over the lure. This is quite easy and it will give you quite a nice result, but I think that often it takes a little time to make it sit right, and also the scales are often a bit uneven as the mesh is pulled and stretched over some parts of the lure. So I figured out another way to do this, and that involves a metal plate like this one, or metal net, or in fact it is what they call expanded metal plate mesh, because it's a plate that has had a lot of little slides, cuts in it, and then they pull it apart, making this diamond shaped mesh, and it gives you a very nice scale imprint. So what I do is I place the lure on top of this one, draw around it with a metal scissor. I cut about half a centimeter around the markings, and then I just place it over the lure and bend it down on the sides. This makes it sit quite firmly around the lure, and I can even cut out areas where I want fins like this one. So I can have those without the scales, as I like them. So, well, I know you've seen this in a lot of my movies, so I won't comment too much more on that, and I won't even be showing you how it works. Look at some of the other movies, it works very well. When you're painting more complex shaped lures like this one, it isn't as easy as just taking some of the metal net and shape it around the lure. You could do that, but as the shape of this lure is very complex and is quite curvy, it's not certain that you'll have as good a result as on the more straightforward shaped lures. So how can you fix this? Well, as you can see, these lures I paint with a fairly fine net like this. This is actually some mosquito net you can put in your window frame. It's quite fine, and if I were to shape that around the lure like you would normally do with mesh, you can see that there will be areas where it doesn't really fit tightly, and it wouldn't look that nice. So, well, how would I do that? Well, the idea is that I cut out a shape that fits the area that I want to have scales on. I'll just show you on this one that is not nearly done. So the idea is to cut out this a shape that is fitting around the lure as closely as possible, like this. You might have a question, how do you get to make the first one? Well, I don't think there's any other way than the hard way on that one. What I did is I took a blank that was uncoated in any way, sprayed it over with the glue until it became quite sticky, and then I just grabbed some of the mesh, pulled it around it as tightly as I could, and then with a scissor and a scalpel I cut out how I thought it would be. And as you got closer to the result, the mesh would sit quite tight, and after a while you'll end up with having a nice tight, a nice piece that fits the lure. Once you have the first piece, make sure that you draw it onto a piece of paper so you'll have it for later. Then it's just a question of making a copy of your template, and then spraying on some glue like this, sticking on the mesh you want to use, like that. Needs to dry a bit. And then you can just grab a scissor and start cutting along the lines. Well, and the hardest part now is to get the paper off, and let's see if I can get that. So, and then now it's a little bit sticky now, but not enough to cling on to the lure. So you'll just have to give it some more glue. Okay, we'll just leave it to dry for a few seconds. As you can see, it already sticks to my fingers. So once all the gas or the alcohol or whatever it is that is in the spray is evaporated, you can just apply the scale pattern to your lure. Okay, ready to spray and peel off and use again. Okay, I'll just show you how it is working when I spray, but that will be from another angle. So. The lure is now almost done. All I need now is to paint the yellow dots on the side of the pike here. But I think it looks very good, and I hope you should do the same. Well, I hope you found this helpful. If so, please remember to subscribe and maybe even visit my Facebook page where you can see what's going on at the Splish Studios on a day-to-day basis. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you see me soon.